Hello everybody. In the last discussion we have discussed up to the different laws of gas, Boyle's law, Charles' law, like that. In that we should remember, according to the Charles' law, that is according to the Charles' law, we know that the volume of a given mass of a perfect gas varies directly as its absolute temperature, keeping the pressure constant. So, V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 is equal to V3 by T3, that is equal to V by T, that is equal to constant. From this, there is a conclusion. All the perfect gases changes its volume by 1 by 273rd of its original volume at 0 degree centigrade for every 1 degree centigrade change in temperature when pressure remains constant. That means, if we shall change the temperature of a gas to less than 1 degree centigrade, keeping pressure remains constant, then the volume will also change less than the previous one, and the difference will be 1 by 273rd of the original volume. So, gradually the volume of the gas will reduce as the temperature reduces, keeping pressure remains constant. As above, the volume of the gas goes on decreasing by 1 by 273rd of its original volume at 0 degree centigrade for every 1 degree centigrade decrease in temperature. So that it is then obvious that at a temperature of minus 273 degree centigrade, the volume of a gas would become 0. The temperature at which the volume of the gas becomes 0 is called absolute zero temperature. Next, we shall discuss the Gay-Lussac law. According to this, the absolute pressure of a given mass of a perfect gas varies directly as its absolute temperature when volume remains constant. That is, P is directly proportional to the temperature T, keeping V remains constant. So, P is directly proportional to T. Then P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2 is equal to P3 by T3 is equal to P by V, that is equal to constant. Next, we shall discuss the ideal gas equation. In actual practice, all these three variables, pressure, volume and temperature, changes simultaneously. In order to deal all together, a general form is required and known as ideal gas equation. According to the ideal gas equation, we have derived, that is, PV by T is equal to constant. How it has derived? According to the Boyle's law, P is inversely proportional to the V, according to the Charles' law, V is directly proportional to the T. In the Boyle's law, the T is equal to constant. In Charles' law, P is equal to constant. So, combining these two equations, that is Boyle's law and Charles' law, we can get V is proportional to T by P, or volume is proportional to the temperature by pressure, or P into V is proportional to the temperature, or P into V is equal to C into T, where C is the proportionality constant. So P1 by V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 is equal to P3 V3 by T3, that is equal to PV by T, that is equal to a constant C. So the ideal gas equation PV by T is equal to constant C. The value of C depends upon the mass and properties of the gas concerned. Next, we shall discuss the characteristic equation of gas. It is the modified form of ideal gas equation. According to the ideal gas equation, that is PV by T is equal to constant. So we can write PV is equal to mRT, where m is the mass of the ideal gas in kg and R is the characteristic gas constant, and the unit of the R is equal to joule per kg Kelvin. We can derive it according to this. We know according to the above equation PV is equal to mRT, I can write R is equal to PV by MT, and putting the units of each individual, that is putting the units of pressure, volume, mass and temperature in this equation, I can find the unit of R will be equal to joule per kg Kelvin. So R is the characteristic gas constant whose value differs for gas to gas, and the unit will be joule per kg Kelvin. And the value of R for atmospheric air is 287 joule per kg Kelvin, that is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Again, I can rewrite this equation PV is equal to mRT, that is equal to P is equal to m by V RT, where m by V is equal to the rho, that is the density of the gas. So I can write the above equation in this form also. PV is equal to rho RT, where rho is the density of the gas. From the above equation, we got a conclusion and we got a term, that is the characteristic gas constant, that is R, and the value of the R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. That is very important. Now let us discuss the universal gas constant or molar constant, that is R mu. R mu is equal to mR, where capital M is the molecular mass of the gas in kg mole. So that M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2 is equal to M3 R3, that is equal to constant, that is equal to Ru. The value of R mu is always constant for all gases. So R mu is the universal gas constant, that is equal to mR, where capital M is the molecular mass of the gas in kg mole. In SI unit, R mu is equal to 3.14 kilojoule per kg mole Kelvin. Next we shall discuss the specific heats of the gas. It is defined as the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of its unit mass through 1 degree. So a specific heat of a gas again can be defined as the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass for 1 degree